Yo, what's up guys? Happy Monday. We're back at it. Today, dude, honestly, I love listening to a bunch of different takes of Pokétubers. I think it's important that you don't hate a certain Pokétuber or favor another. I think it's good to get all sides of opinions because it makes you the most balanced. But also I think it's important to like avoid a lot of the drama that they're caught up in. Like a lot of them will like hate a set, and it doesn't even matter if the play is right. Like it makes all the sense in the world to pick up a certain set. They're just gonna die on it. They're just gonna say it's a terrible set. You know, it's da 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 da. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about some news that came out last week about Paldea Evolved getting a reprint, and a lot of people are freaking out. They're selling. I'm seeing like a bunch of Facebook stuff come up for the box, and I just want you to I just want people to kind of just think a little bit differently, or at least hear my side. Okay. So with Paldea, a lot of people are chasing this set because of the Magikarp having a low PSA 10 grade. There's a lot of hype around that. But honestly, I think a lot of people are freaking out right now because a lot of people are saying, the reprint's going to change. Have we been paying attention to how little a reprint matters? Have we been? I mean, really, how many times has Prismatic already gotten a reprint that people are saying it's going to shut it down? Prismatic is totally fine. This set is going to phase out. And the thing that people need to get in their heads about collecting sooner than later is, yes, there are going to come times where you are collecting or you are buying stuff and then a reprint happens. That's just how it is, right? A lot of times back when things weren't as they are now, a reprint could potentially MSRP a set, right? If it was at $70, all of a sudden it could go down to 50. And I'm talking about like a ETB, for example, okay? It could go from 70 to 50. The reason is Pokemon didn't move the way that it's moving now. People forget that. Just making money in Pokemon was a much longer stake. You had to sit down, you had to hold for 5+ years, but now, it's 2 sets. You hold it for 2 more sets, or you hold it till it's almost out of rotation and then you're up. Anyways, let me just give you some of my thought process and how I think some investors think differently. I'm not heavily invested in Paldea Evolved. I do have a booster box. It's nothing, so I'm not trying to pump my own bags here. But think about this. Paldea Evolved comes out, right? A lot of people are going to start pitching videos of like, Paldea has great print in this new set. It's going to kill the Magikarp PSA 10, which is going to bring the box down, yada, yada, yada. Okay, then so pick up a box and say that this box is the new printed version if you're going to sell it. You can sell it for a premium, right? Because it's got apparently the PSA 10 Magikarp in it, right? So I'm sorry for getting heated up about it. It's just, I think people trying to scare you away from this stuff is, you're looking at this graph, okay? We could go to Prismatic, we could go to whatever set you want, but when this goes out, this is in print, okay? And you know what? Let me just say, never mind. Listen, this is in print. This is a $367 box that's still in print. It's they're saying it's getting reprinted. Okay, all right, fine. If that doesn't raise your eyebrows, what happens when this goes out of print? Let's go look at Lost Origin. Okay, Lost Origin announcement was what, in April, I think. So late April, all of a sudden it goes from a 381 box to 500 plus. That's the opportunities a lot of people are thinking about. They're looking at history, and with these new sets, I understand they're not old like these other boxes right now. But trust me, when when Origin or Paldea Evolved goes up, then Origin's going to go up too. That's why you're seeing a lot of people go into these older boxes, because they're a little bit scared of the newer ones. Again, I'd rather invest in Sword and Shield, but I think if you're being someone who is picking up Paldea, I think that might be an interesting pivot. You know what I mean? A lot of people are saying, "Oh, I'm not collecting Scarlet Violet," and it's like, okay, well, what happens when Scarlet Violet it was just nobody was collecting it, but like a few people, and then all of a sudden those prices stay at what level they are now? Because I don't see Pokemon slowing down by any means. You know, like every time I log in, I just feel like, oh, I can just get on and like make a video about any box or any card, and it's gonna go up, and then I can make another video 2 weeks later saying, look guys, I called it right. But my point of this video is, don't listen to everybody trying to scare you right now. You know, and maybe it's good to have like the devil's advocate, right? Of like, you know, hey, be careful with your money, yada yada yada. But honestly, these little dips, you know, you don't got to go selling your entire position, you know, because watch what happens. You know, all of a sudden this box is going to come out and they're going to say, you know, print quality is just as bad, or they say print quality is better. But there's no way to tell which box is, you know, like newer. You know, you're going to have to take somebody's word on it. But everybody's going to say their box is newer. And then it's just going to get all meshed together. And you're going to have, you know, just an expensive box. It's still going to be expensive. I don't think reprints matter the same way they used to. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Are reprints shattering sets like they used to anymore, or is it just a keyword to throw in your YouTube videos to get views? I don't know. Personally, I think it's just overdone now. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Sorry for the rant. The next video will be better, promise. But I just wanted to say this, you know, stop freaking out. Later.